Thanks for watching indeed. We are coming to you from the comfort of our own homes and into yours. The Championship Dart Circuit is proud to present the CDC Championship League United States Division Premier Match of the Week, presented by a-zdarts Incorporated. Hello again, everyone. I'm Colin Cosell, and I thank you all so much for joining us this evening, as always. So this goes without saying, tonight is huge. I mean, the Canadian division is still in flux, but tonight, my friends, tonight in the U.S. division, it is a win-and-in situation for both of our competitors. One represented the U.S. at the Alley Pally. The other is the reigning Continental Cup champion. That's right. It's Chuck Puleo versus Danny Lauby. For Chuck, it's a win or a tie-in. For Lauby, it is winning in, but I will have more on them in just a moment. In the meantime, let's take a look at the final premier matches on the docket. On Tuesday, it'll be Nick Lindberg and Larry Butler. Larry the Eagle, unfortunately, is out, but Nick looking to get tuned up against his old friend. And then Kiefer Durham versus Jim Long. There's quite a bit on the line there. That is going to be a battle for number 2 seeding in the Canadian division. So that one promises to be exciting. Speaking of exciting, let's take a look at our standings. In Canada, Matt Campbell, with a huge come-from-behind win last night against Jim Long, clinched the number 1 seed. Long, of course, as I mentioned, now needs a win versus Kiefer Durham next week to clinch the number 2 seed. Durham is in. Edmonds now loses control of his own destiny. And Sean Brenneman, who told me he likes to live life by a sliver, is holding on to just that. So let's move over to the United States, where Nick Lindberg, he is in. Gary Mawson is in. Jeremiah Millar kind of controls his own destiny at this point. Chuck Puleo and Danny Lauby, of course, as I told you tonight, it's all or nothing for both of them. A tie will keep them both kind of alive, but unfortunately, Larry Butler and Joe Chaney, 2 of the class acts in the CDC and in the world, are eliminated. So let us take a look, shall we, at tonight's matchup. You already know these guys. Danny Lauby, 27 years young, from Terre Haute, Indiana, still resides there. 5 ranking in his 2-year order of merit. Chuck Puleo informed us tonight he's actually 47. You would never know it. He looks younger than me, and I'm 40. He is from Massachusetts, currently resides in Arizona, and is ranked number 2 overall in the 2-year order of merit. So in the meantime, before we get into meeting those two, a reminder, next week, the stream returns to USA Darts on YouTube and to Champ Darts on Facebook. That's right, the CDC Facebook page. The match begins at 8 p.m. as it always does. Larry Butler is eliminated. Nick Lindberg looking for a little bit of a tune-up against his old foe. But next week, we will also have the Sweepstakes. It will be returning, and speaking of which, the winner will be announced tonight. It will be after the 7th leg. We will announce the winner. We do have a winner, and it will return next week. That's right. Someone is going to win the Rob Cross signed package of his signature voltage darts, as well as Darren Young's signature flights and a fit flight case. Who will it be? You're just going to have to stay tuned during the break. Love how we keep you around, don't you? And you know what we love keeping around? Our dear friends over at a-zdarts Incorporated, who have a very special ad for you. So have a look at that, and then we'll meet our players. And, of course, for the Colonial line of darts, you visit a-zdarts.com. And when you're there for the remainder of the month up until 5/31/2020, just enter the promo code Colonial10, and you will get 10% off of the Colonial line of dartboards and darts. But now let's get into it tonight. Arguably the biggest match that we've had on the live stream. Kind of feels like I say that every time, but this one holds so much weight. Win and in. So let's get to meet people that you know already very, very well. Danny Lauby and Chuck Puleo. From left to right, I will start. Danny, first and foremost, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How's everything with the family? And how are you feeling about tonight? Too many questions, I know, but fire away. You're a drummer.
Yeah, man. No, I feel great. Yeah, it's going to be a great match. It's an important match. So looking forward to it. Everything's good home. Hope everything's good with you as well.
I appreciate that. Everything's great. Got a wonderful wife and our little fur baby, which is a lot less pressure than actually having kids. So you come into tonight, you understand the gravity, the enormity of it. Have you thought about it much at all, or are you just approaching this as status quo, Danny Lauby style?
Oh man, there's in this league and circuit, it's always the same pressure. I mean, you're always playing for something huge. It seems like at the highest level. So this is just another match against a great opponent. It's important, but yeah, it's just another match.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate that. Chuck Puleo, looks like I'm about to interrogate you. We've got a bright white light on you. I know you've done absolutely nothing wrong, but you are. It's always great to see you, my friend. And obviously, you know everything that you're up against. I just said it to Danny. You've had some time to practice and kind of assess the situation. What's your take on this? Oh, great philosopher, Chuck Puleo.
I concur with Danny. It's another match. We want to win it just like any other match, and that's how we approach it.
Well, the fun thing about tonight is if there is, in fact, a tie, Chuck, you come away clinching a spot, but it is win and in for both. So just a little bit of added pressure because that's my job. I want to build up some of the excitement for everyone at home and maybe get the blood pumping for you both. So with that, I will let you both take your places, take your marks, throw a couple of warm-up darts, and we're going to get this party started. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is Danny Lauby and Chuck Puleo. Not much on the line except for clinching a spot into the playoffs. It has been kind of crazy this week. Jeremiah Millar, with a loss on Monday against Mawson, now kind of loses control of his destiny. Danny Lauby and Chuck Puleo have full control of their own. And we still have matches to play here in the penultimate week, week 6. And then, of course, next week, it will all come into focus. The aperture will clench, and we will see exactly what is going to happen in the United States and Canadian divisions. But for now, sit back, relax, or lean forward and clench. Whatever it is you need to do, get ready for this matchup because I am. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, and with that, we are going to get things underway. Once again, I'm Colin Cosell. You're you. We are all at home, and we appreciate you joining us for one of the few live events that actually has a real audience watching at home and around the world. You guys are the best, and of course, now it is officially game on.
Hey, Danny, can you hear me?
Yep.
Whenever you're ready, you tell me.
Okay, let me do 3 here, and then I'm good if you are.
You got it.
Lauby's going to punch out 3 more. So here's the deal. Jeremiah Millar either needs Chuck to go 0-2-0 in his last 2 tonight and next week.
Chuck, you good?
And it looks like we're game
on.
on.
All right, all the best, man.
Shoot well.
You too.
All the pleasantries you'd normally see on stage and do some lip reading, you get to hear real time in live action because of the CDC Championship League presented by a-zdarts. So again, Millar needs help. He needs Chuck to go 0-2 in his last 2, and he needs to obviously win next week. He needs Lauby to go 0-1-1 or 0-2-0. If Lauby gets 2 points over the next 2 weeks, he is in. If Chuck gets 1 tonight, he is in. If both happens, Millar is out, Chuck and Lauby are in. So no matter what, Millar will be alive after this match. It'll just be a matter of what he needs to do in week 7. Mawson and Lindbergh are clinched. Butler and Cheney are out. I'll have more on the Canadian division in just a moment. In the meantime, I hope you all are safe and happy at home. Get ready for the rapid-fire style of Danny Lauby and the occasional bounce-out style of Chuck Puleo. We saw this the last time he was on the stream. He's got a brand-new Windmill Blade 5 shipped to him all the way to Arizona from New Jersey, courtesy of David Garfinkel. Said, I feel bad for the guy. Send him a dartboard. And he did, and it looks gorgeous. Looks like Danny Lauby is going to need one next. Here we are in the very first leg. After the 7th leg, I'll be announcing the sweepstakes winner. We'll take a little break. The gentlemen will do what they need to do. We'll return in the event of a 7-7 tie. Each competitor will get 1 point apiece, but if it is a win, that is 2 points, and whoever accrues those points, they're in. Danny hoping to get himself down to an out there, unable to do so, so now Puleo attempting to do the same. That first dart all but guarantees it, and there it is. Third dart got away from him, but he's down to ton 40 if I'm not mistaken. Indeed he is. The bright lights in big city of Chuck Puleo. Pipes. Lauby, the drummer and reigning Continental Cup champion, down to that gorgeous 2-dart out if he is afforded that chance. And he will be. Chuck's first dart sails south. Second one, treble. Third one. Nice big ton for the big pipes of Chuck Puleo. Danny Lauby, traditional route. He was going for it. Does not look like it went the route he wanted. Ooh, second dart errant as well. One of the rare pauses out of Danny Lauby. You don't normally see him slow down and get that calculated. He wanted to make sure he got the right dart. If he gets a chance to shoot it, that is up to Chuck Puleo now.
First dart.
First dart is all he needed. So Chuck Puleo breaks Danny Lauby in the first leg just to add a little bit of drama in an already dramatic matchup. Both men know what's on the line. Both of them seasoned veterans. Both of them know exactly what they need to do. Both of them able to keep calm, cool, and collected in the face of said adversity. Chuck Puleo opens with a trip 20. Looks like an 85 for Chuck. So while they get things underway, Canadian division, Matt Campbell, Jim Long, Kiefer Durham, they're all in. Matt's number 1 seed. Jim is the number 2 with a winner tie over Kiefer next week. Kiefer is the number 2 with a win over Jim next week. And if Kylie Edmonds wins and Tom or Kiefer loses next week, Kylie gets number 3 and Kiefer gets the number 4 seed. But wait, there's more. If Carrie Way wins out versus Kylie this week and Snook next week, he gets the number 4 seed. If Carrie beats Kylie but loses or ties Snook and Brenneman beats Campbell, and if Brenneman makes up the leg differential with Kylie, he gets number 4 seed. Are you taking notes at home? I just confused myself. Let's get back to the dart, shall we? Just letting you know exactly how much is on the line right now in both of these divisions. So Chuck with the early break. Speaking of breaks, during ours, we will have the sweepstakes winner from last night. Lauby with a gorgeous round brings himself down to not an out. Puleo. Gorgeous cover shot on that third one. 97 brings him down to 120. Ye old climb the ladder. The Shanghai, as it were. Lauby. Lauby looking a little off his game in these early legs, but we know how quickly he can turn that around. We've had history during the last 3 streams. Of course, Sean Brenneman's 9-darter last week. Matt Campbell clinching the first ever number 1 seed. And tonight, a win and in. On the line for both. Did Lauby. He missed all 3 right on the wire. Chuck Puleo going double-double. Can he do it?
Nah.
That answer is in his voice. That guttural groan of dismay out of Chuck Puleo, which means no, he did not. Danny Lauby now. Another shot at it, goes a little low. The second dart goes right in, though, so Lauby breaks right back. Back-to-back breaks on a back-breaking night. Damn it, I was so close. Almost had that clever bit of alliteration. Oh, well. So Lauby trying to find his rhythm around the board. Got a nice crowd building in the chat room. I see everyone there. Good to see you all. Thank you for watching as always.
OMG.
OMG is right. Chuck Puleo. Ay, Dios mío, para español. That is a nueva. That is no good. A 9 to open up for Chuck Puleo. So this gives Lauby a golden opportunity. Not the greatest answer you would have expected out of Lauby. Not throwing that rapid fire kind of basketball free throw shooting style that you're used to with him.
Wow.
And the guttural sounds out of Chuck Puleo, all you need to know without me saying anything. Hello to Gary Mawson, who's watching and having a little practice with the boss, Forrest Harris. Alrighty then. Chuck Puleo recentered himself. And that's a nice ton 40. That is one way to get off that single digit to low double digit schneid. So now Lauby, before I could even say his duosyllabic last name, pounds around the triple, leaves himself down to an out. Puleo needs a lot of work here and is not going to do it, opening with a 1. Good cover on the third. Still a ton of work to do. Danny Lauby knows he's got at least 3 darts to make this happen. 59 leaves him 56. Or, nope, I am incorrect. My math was off. He got that last dart. My bad. So now Danny with nothing but time. A little bit of pressure now, but see if he feels it. Single 8. Second dart drops. So Danny Lauby wins 2 straight legs after Chuck Puleo broke him in the first leg. He broke right back and is now the first to hold throw. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, so much on the line tonight. Win and in for both of these gentlemen. Chuck Puleo afforded the luxury of a tie and in. And if you missed my ramblings before about the various schematics for the playoffs, well, consider yourself either lucky or fortunate. Just ask the people in the chat room. A nice ton 40 open for Chuck Puleo and 81 for Danny Lauby. And again, if you're just joining us, the sweepstakes winner from last night will be announced at the break. That break will happen after the 7th leg. We will return next week with Lindbergh and Butler, a new sweepstakes. Maybe some other fun things thrown in there. You don't know. You have to stick around and find out. You got to earn it. So Chuck Puleo, after a lackluster leg, seems to be finding the 20s a little bit more frequently now. By the time I'm finished saying Danny Lauby's name, he's already thrown 6 darts. Is that a 121, Chuck? That is a 121 indeed. So Puleo, the pipes are raring to go. Puleo came to play, folks. Do not let that last leg give you any sort of idea of maybe he's slacking tonight. Oh, no. Both of these competitors know what's on the line tonight. And I have to imagine Jeremiah Millar is watching with bated breath, or at least I hope a stiff drink, because my goodness, you need it for this kind of craziness here. Ton 39 out of Lauby. Indeed, now Chuck Puleo to notch it. and hold throw for the first time in this match. That's a fat 20. That's just outside. Oh, that's even farther outside. Lauby now with a chance to take a 3-1 lead. And that is, 60 for Lauby. Unable to pull it off. Chuck Puleo now. Again, to hold throw. Deep breath. Lines it up. Looking to walk it in. Oh, and he's unable to do it. He had a good marker with that second dart. The third one goes too far. Can Danny Lauby show him the way? Lauby following suit.
Third dart.
And the third dart drops for Lauby. So Lauby breaks Puleo for the second time and takes a 3-1 lead. Jeremiah Millar is, in fact, watching. Asks the chat room, who does he want to win? Why don't you tell us, Jeremiah? So much on the line, so many schematics. Playoffs in flux for so many players, with the exception of Matt Campbell, Jim Long, Nick Lindberg, and Gary Mawson. Jim Long is now watching. So to give you an idea of what to expect.
Oh, God.
And that is a bounce out from Lauby. Seemed to have quite a lot of bounce to it, too. Once it hit the ground. I hope the starts are all right. Sure, they're constructed of the finest tungsten. But as we said, Kylie Edmonds and Carrie Way coming up tomorrow night on Dark Connect TV. So then you've got Cheney and Lauby on Monday. Snook and Carrie Way on Monday. Kiefer Durham and Jim Long battle for the number 2 seed. On Wednesday, that will be our Canadian match of the week. Puleo and Mawson, Brenneman and Campbell on Thursday.
Unbelievable.
Chuck Puleo, disappointed. Both men exasperated tonight. Maybe they're feeling a bit of the pressure. For those of you at home, of course you're hoping so. Puleo loves that first dart. 76 wants to level it out. There's a 95. If I'm not mistaken. Nope, that is a 133. I am not good at math. Hi, how are you? Colin Cosell. Doesn't matter, though. Danny Lauby now trying to get down to an out. Lauby shooting his 22-gram Cujo prototypes. His signature set coming soon. Chuck Puleo shoots 24-gram Simon Whitlock signature.
First dart.
And there's the first dart with said Simon Whitlock signature, and Chuck Puleo stops the bleeding. Cuts it to a 3-2 deficit. And breaks Danny right back. And a correction, all Dark Connect games will now be on Monday of next week. I forgot about the scheduling change. Forgive me. I've got a million things going on in the world, and I try to focus on the match itself. So thank you, Anthony. I apologize. Some crazy things happening next week. Stay tuned. In the meantime, let's focus on the dart, shall we? Chuck with a ton 40 to open, or for his second round, rather. Indeed. Lauby open with the ton 40. So he's 60 for Lauby. Don't take any credit for it, Anthony. Do not take any of the fall. That was totally me. I was updated, albeit briefly, but I do know that, yes, all Dark Connect matches will be next week on Monday to add to a bit of the drama. Speaking of drama, a ton 40 for Danny Lauby, now down 0 and out. At leg 7, we will take a break. We will announce the sweepstakes winner. There's a ton 40 from Puleo, so now the pressure back on Lauby. Lauby with the 97 leaves him 64. Puleo. Looks like a single, or no, he sounds, we'll see with that second dart. Sound a little upset, and he was indeed. 21 leaves, double top, but he missed it. Chuck Puleo trying to notch this at 3 apiece. He heard it right from the horse's mouth. Can't hit it out. Lauby, third dart, double 7, looks like. And it was indeed. So Puleo now afforded a luxury he did not think he would have. Needs the double 10. It eluded him before.
Jeez.
Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable is correct, Chuck. Just on the wire. And then Lauby gets it with the first dart and takes the 4-2 lead. A battle of attrition there in that 6th leg. Now we enter the 7th leg. Lauby with the break, looking to hold throw now. And then we will have a break right afterwards. Perhaps it's the pressure. Perhaps it is the weight of knowing what is needed to be done tonight. Even though the pressure a little less on Chuck. A tie, and he is in. For Lauby, a win and in. There's a nice ton 40 out of Chuck Puleo, though. As the jokes have been made time and time again, if you blink, you'll miss Danny's turn. That's a beautiful ton 40. Well, it takes a little bit of a glitch in the matrix, and you're like, wait a minute, Chuck's shooting 2 times in a row. Lauby with the 99, it looks like. Or 97, rather. My math is off tonight. But that's why we have our good friends at Dark Connect. They'll keep me honest. Danny Lauby will not be able to get out. But he left himself nice and pretty with double tops. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Double bull. Oh, as has been the story for Chuck Puleo tonight. He is on fire with the wire. Second dart for Danny Lauby. And with that, we will take our break. Danny Lauby now in the driver's seat, but will Chuck be able to take advantage of this, settle himself down, reacquaint himself with those doubles? We'll find out in just a few moments. In the meantime, we are going to take a little break. We've got some words from our fine sponsors through Magic Darts Incorporated. And when we come back, the winner of last night's sweepstakes. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Colonial Darts. Have a look at this. And, of course, our dear friends at FitFlight. And if you go to a-zdarts.com, check out their Colonial line of dartboards and barrels, all designed by Magic Darts Incorporated. Through May 31st, you can take 10% off the entire Colonial line. That's right, just enter the promo code Colonial10. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Our first sweepstakes and our first sweepstakes winner. That's right, they are coming home with a signed package of Rob Cross signature voltage darts, a signed set of Darren Young signature flights, and a FitFlight case. Your winner is, from Collingswood, Ontario, Canada, Beverly Heron. You are our grand winner, our first one in CDC Sweepstakes history. Congratulations, Beverly. You have won the Rob Cross signed darts package, the Darren Young signed flights package, and FitFlight case holder for your flight. So congratulations, Beverly. Thank you for participating. And to all of you who are out there who missed out on this week, you will have a chance next week when we do it all again. All you're going to have to do is watch the match. There will be some trivia questions that will be posted at the top of the CDC Facebook page. All you got to do is look at the cheat sheet. You're going to look at the match report from Dart Connect, and you'll have a chance to win RVB signed darts package, as well as a set of Shape David Fathom signature fit flights. So that will be happening next week. You're going to have to stay tuned and find out. And to see who wins tonight, you're going to have to find out about that as well. Danny Lauby and Chuck Puleo, they exchanged blows early. Then Lauby started to kind of apply some pressure. Chuck made it 3-2, and then Lauby won the next two. Again, it is a win and in scenario for Lauby and Puleo. Gentlemen, please take your 6 darts and come back to the line so we can see what is going to transpire, who's going to win or tie. Again, it is a race to 8, 2 points on the line. In the event of a tie, 1 point will be distributed to each player. So, gentlemen, when you are ready, step on up to the line. Once again, congratulations to our sweepstakes winner, Beverly Heron from Collingswood, Ontario. We look forward to giving away more great prizes next week, and I will have more information about the schedule change forthcoming for the CDC as we approach the playoffs. Actually, Anthony Eugenia will give some of that as well in the chat room. All right, gentlemen, if you are ready to go, we are ready to go. I will let you exchange your pleasantries, and we'll get this underway.
Yep.
All right, game on.
Yep.
I'll give a second for my mic to be shut off, and there we go. Chuck Puleo desperately needs to hold throw. That looks like a 139. Am I correct? Whoa, maybe not. Maybe a 137. Not too shabby at all, Chuck Puleo. I misread the second dart and the third dart, but that's what Dart Connect is for once again. My eyes are deceiving me. Lauby, well, you know, these guys are part of the production. They're not going to bring the best HD cameras they've got. Lauby looks like he may or may not be underwater. Perhaps that's why his darts are flying a little slower than usual tonight. Just kidding. Once he gets going, there's no stopping him. But again, these two players and every player this season, they've been setting up their own lights, camera, board, action, working tirelessly. There's a nice ton 40 from Lauby, but working tirelessly with Ireet and Melanfont. That's L. David Ireet and Kevin Melanfont. To be part of this production, to bring you live sports during this pandemic and the stay at home. For those of you who are able to go out a little bit more, if they're loosening up those restrictions, I implore you to still be safe. But in the meantime, no one is safe from Danny Lauby's ton 80. That is a ton 80 from Lauby. That is, in fact, our first maximum of the night. Can he capitalize on it? Oh, look at this.
65.
And that's a 65 from Lauby. Love that first dart. Puleo now. He's been having trouble with that trip 20 tonight. Treble trouble. Lauby to take a commanding 6-2 lead. Double top. Second dart indeed for Danny Lauby. Lauby now 2 legs away from clinching and punching his way into the playoffs. Lauby with a shaky start to the season here in the CDC League, the Championship League. So Puleo opens up with a ton. Could not agree more with Jason Watt. If you love the darts, stand up. You can even tell us you're standing up. You'd be a liar if you weren't, but I mean, you could tell us that. We believe you. Can't see you. We're just happy you're here with us. Back-to-back tons to open up this 9th leg for Chuck Puleo. Who really needs to catch fire right now. Lauby seems to be doing just that. There's a ton 40 for Puleo. Or is it a ton 80? It is a ton 40 indeed. I didn't want to get too excited and pull out my best Anthony Eugenia. Now, Lauby. Could be a ton 40, could be a ton. It is a ton 40 indeed. The guessing game never ends. The excitement never stops. Well, until someone reaches at least 7 or 8 legs. Oh, the pipes. There is a leak in the pipes tonight. Danny Lauby trying to get those pipes to burst. Trying to take out that ton 46. Not going to do it that way now. Chuck Puleo. What a momentum changer this would be for him to take this out. First dart is imperative. Gorgeous first. Gorgeous second. The double 20.
Hey, hit it out.
And he gets it. There's a 116 out for Chuck Puleo. A little bit of the medicine. Maybe a teaspoon of sugar to help it go down. Puleo now makes it 6-3. Holds throw when he needed it most. Sorry, breaks throw when he needed it most. I make the corrections on the fly. I'm a modest man. I'm humble. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Now everyone's rooting for Chuck to keep this up. Build up that intensity. Danny Lauby with a lackluster round there. So Chuck, after breaking Danny, needs to hold throw so desperately right now. Even though the pressure is lesser on him, a tie or a win, and the pipes are in. Lauby with a win is in. Jeremiah Millar watching with bated breath. Who does he want to win? We do not know. We asked the question, he would not answer. Wise move, diplomatic move indeed. Then again, at this level of play with these kind of competitors, it matters not. Oh, there's a nice ton, though. How nice is up to Danny Lauby right now. You heard a little snap of the hand there. Disappointment. All right, Chuck. I have no problem pulling for the underdog when the underdog is down. He's never really an underdog, but I always cheer for a good, long match, especially when so much is on the line. Lauby threw 3 darts. I know they landed. And I know that the score is now down to 132, and we all know that together. A little bit of humility. Oh, an unfortunate bounce out from Chuck. Oh, Chucky boy, the pipes are bursting. That is no way to go about it. Danny Lauby now, after Chuck took out the 116. Was trying to take out our high out of the night with a 132, leaves himself 68. Now pipes. Oh, man, did he want that? He's had so much trouble with the 20s tonight. So un-Puleo-like. Leaves himself an 80. Bobby now.
Third dart.
Oh, look at that. Before I could even assess the situation, Lauby, 28, double top, 7-3. Chuck Puleo now needs to win 4 straight legs. Does he have it in him? Or does Lauby clinch and make his way into the playoffs? Again, Lauby with a ton 34 to open there. Seems to think so. He's ready to punch his ticket. Chuck answers with a ton. Not terrible, but definitely not what he needs right now. Lauby, we've seen it time and time again. When he senses blood in the water, that is when he strikes. He seems calm, cool, collected, mild-mannered, but no, he will attack you. Take a look at last year's Continental Cup Championship. Puleo back-to-back tons. Both men shooting an 81 average on the match. But Lauby with the 7-3 advantage. What Chuck wouldn't give for a maximum.
Jesus.
Looks like it might be a ton 40. No, it's just an 85. I misread it completely. My goodness. They are bunched together so beautifully, and only an 85, and that explains his exasperation there. Danny Lauby with a ton 40, all but stealing it. A 59 for Chuck Puleo. Lauby to make it to the playoffs. First dart perfect. Second dart.
Nice game, Danny.
Is in, and Danny
Thanks,
Lauby
Chuck.
has punched his ticket. Danny Lauby
Another one?
has
couldn't
advanced
give you a match,
into the
bro.
playoffs.
Me neither, man.
Absolutely garbage.
Yeah, same here.
Unbelievable.
As the two fine competitors exchange pleasantries, I'll ask them to come up to the line for a quick interview. I will start with Chuck Puleo in just a moment. I'll let them gather themselves and come join me at the line, and we will assess exactly what happened here tonight. Unbelievable. Danny Lauby with the 8-3 win over Chuck Puleo, and with that, he has punched his ticket. He is in the playoffs. So, gentlemen, if you are ready for me, I'm ready for you. Lauby with that gorgeous 14-darter to finish, mind you. There we are, and I will begin with you, Chuck. Obviously, the disappointment, we could hear it throughout the night. I could hear some guttural growls and exasperated sighs. Tell me what was going on tonight. You've seen the highest of highs, the lowest of lows tonight. You were just on the wire. What did you see?
Yeah, the doubles weren't working. I was inconsistent. Just garbage. Exactly how I said. If I didn't shoot anything, I was going to get waxed, and sure enough, I did. So, hats off to Danny. Fair play, and good luck the rest of the way.
Chuck, the consummate professional, all the time, and congratulations on. It's been a pleasure calling your matches this season on the stream, and we really appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of the way. And now we move over to Danny Lauby. Danny, you considered your match to be garbage as well. You guys were exchanging the post-match pleasantries, but you were able to step it up when needed. When did you feel like you actually had control of the match?
Well, when I was up more, I think if you're up more than 3 or 4 legs on anyone on this league, you're in control of the match. Obviously, anyone can come back, but I was just worried that he was going to step it up before I did, and I mean, like he said, we didn't play to our potential at all there. I don't know. I don't want to dive in too deep of why we didn't play well. It just didn't happen tonight, but I'm obviously going to have to
Right.
step it up going forward in the playoffs.
So yes, with that in mind, what is going to be your approach going into next week to step it up and get back to the Danny Lauby form that we're used to?
Probably preparation. I need to probably spend more time preparation. This whole quarantine thing is it's just a different thing. The whole production side of thing. Obviously, I have a whole newfound respect for David Irete and the whole production team on setting everything up, but it takes time, and it's a whole nother mental stress, and I have to give it more time, I think, to set everything up. But I've definitely have a lot more respect for the production team that's been happening the last 5 years with the CDC. Anyway.
I can guarantee you there's a bunch of people tipping their caps to you on the production side. We greatly appreciate that. I know David Irete and Ken Malenfant do. And, we all appreciate you being a part of the production side as well, because without you doing that, without you putting that time in, we would not be one of the very few outlets in the entire world that actually provides live sporting events. So thank you for all you've done. We wish you the best of luck. Go relax. Take a deep breath. You are in. Do what you got to do. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And, of course, you are now officially in the playoffs. Hats off to you, Danny Lauby. Congratulations.
Thanks, Colin.
All right, a pleasure as always, my friend. And thank you to both of our competitors and to all of the members of the CDC who pivoted in their lives during these trying times to be a part of this production and be a part of this league. We greatly appreciate it. But as for now, that is going to do it for tonight's match until we return next week to the live stream. But in the meantime, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, sharing, chatting, and enjoying one of the few live sporting events available in the world during these strange times. As aforementioned, we will return next week on Tuesday, May 19th. Nick Lindberg getting tuned up, and what better way to do it than against one of the most decorated American players of all time, the Eagle, Larry Butler. As always, all matches begin at 8 p.m. and will be available on the YouTube channel of USA Darts Productions and on Facebook on the CDC at Champ Darts Facebook page. And of course, our sweepstakes winner this week, a huge congratulations to Beverly Heron from Collingwood, Ontario. She won the Rob Cross Voltage signed package of darts, as well as the Darren Young signature Fit Flights and a Fit Flight case. And we will be back next week with another sweepstakes and more contests. And we look forward to that. We look forward to you all joining us as well. Of course, next week's prize will be a signed set of RVB 95 Gen 2 steel tip darts and a set of David Fathom signature Fit Flight. So again, that will be coming up next week. All the rules aforementioned on the screen. And last but not least, go to a-zdarts.com. Check out their Colonial line of dart boards and dart barrels. 10% off now through the 31st. That's right, the end of this month. At the end of your purchase, type in the promo code Colonial10 and you will get 10% off. So by the way, while you're there, make sure you check out the new blog section of a-zdarts.com, where you can get the insight of some of the matches you've seen around the world and get some insight from some of the great dart minds, from such people as the coast-to-coast champion Dax Munna. So make sure you check them out. And of course, a huge thank you as always to our friends at Dart Connect. All rights to this broadcast are owned by Championship Darts Corporation. Any rebroadcast or retransmission, including images and likeness, without express written consent of the copyright holder, is strictly prohibited. This broadcast was brought to you by USA Darts Productions, courtesy of Kevin Malenfant and our super producer, L. David Irete. A special thanks to Chuck Schick and David Garfinkel. Thank you, David, for stats and info. I certainly could not do it without you. And of course, to Jennifer Mounds for the tremendous graphics and animations. On behalf of Chuck, Danny, and our amazing crew working behind the scenes in the Championship Dart Circuit, I'm Colin Cosell saying, stay home, stay safe, take care of one another, be kind to one another. The final week of the regular season begins next week. Till then, I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.